How was yesterday's double session? How did the team respond to the first two of them?
They did well. These guys are professional. They're intelligent. They work hard. They're hungry. So it was exciting. It was fun to be around.
Kobe intimated that perhaps the speculation has actually kind of made everyone have this nervous energy and has made the practices better. Would you speak on that at all in terms of what you've seen?
You know what? I'm not sure. He might be right. He's been around this group a long time. This is my first time being with these guys, and so having said that, I just all I can do is take for face value what I see in front of me, and all the practices have been spirited, been competitive, the whole 9 yards. Guys have been really in tune to what we're trying to get done. So I feel good about the early progress that we're making.
Would you have reconsidered this job if you realized you weren't going to be as good as the team was last year?
No.
But it's not as good.
What's
that? On paper, without Lamar, without Shannon Brown, didn't win a championship last year. Isn't this a tougher haul to be successful?
Lamar obviously is a talented individual, and anybody would love to coach Lamar Odom or have him on your team. Having said that, hey, I still feel good about the group we have.
Well, you have to.
Well, whether I have to or not, I do. I tell you, in 2007, when I was coaching in Cleveland, we went to the finals, and we went with a group of guys that nobody thought that they can make it there. Obviously, starting with LeBron James, who's a great player. My other two perimeter starters were Sasha Pavlovich and Larry Hughes, and my two bigs were Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Drew Gooden. And we found a way to get it done. Now
so you're used to being a miracle worker.
No. I'm not saying that.
Huh?
I'm not saying that because we got our behinds kicked. We got our behinds kicked bad. But all I'm trying to say is if there's a will, there's a way. And all these guys get paid big money. And if they work hard and they focus right and they take care of the little things, then no matter who we have in our locker room, especially when you got that guy out there, you're going to give yourself a chance. And I felt that the same way when we had LeBron.
Yeah, but this franchise has never been about having a chance. It's been about winning them.
You're 100% right.
Okay, so we saw last year they couldn't win it with all those people around, the versatile Lamar, and no one ever mentions Shannon Brown, which is telling in its own way. But
which is what?
It's telling in its own way. But it doesn't make sense what's going on now. Do you know what's going on?
My focus is on coaching this team. I'm not sure all of the grand plans that have come about from the trade, but I'm sure Mitch will probably speak to that.
When did you find out Lamar was traded?
When it happened. Go ahead.
At the moment, you get a call at home at midnight.
A little bit before that, right before I left, or right before Mitch left, he told me that it was probably going to happen. Now it hadn't happened then. But in the short amount of time that I've been here, I've also been told that something else or a couple other things might have happened, and they didn't happen. So for me, until something gets done, I just kind of take it at face value and just kind of go from there.
How are your practice plans changed with Lamar not being there yesterday and for the duration now?
He hadn't practiced with us yet, so I haven't had a practice with him. I haven't had a practice made up with him here. Okay. So they really hadn't changed.
How's Luke looked? His back? Any concerns about his back still, or Luke?
No, at least he hasn't shown any, I guess, problems with his back. I have heard that he does have a bad back, but he hadn't set out. Gary hadn't had to come take him out or anything like that. So, and my take on it is, Gary, if somebody can't play, just tell me. But those other words are a little too big for me to understand. So either he can play or he can't. And right now he's playing.
And how's he looked getting up and down?
He looks fine. He doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like his back is bothering him at all. Now, it may, I don't know, but I know I have not asked him.
Coach, what kind of progress have you made putting in the defense and the shell that you worked on the first day compared to what you thought you might by day 3?
We feel pretty good where we are defensively, and we like the progress that we're making. And we haven't done it by leaps and bounds, but we definitely have gone forward every time we stepped on and off the floor. So from that standpoint, with the effort that the guys are giving, it's been very exciting.
And what specifically are you going to put in today?
We're going to put in some side out of bounds stuff, some baseline out of bounds stuff. We're going to talk about how to defend UCLA cut, cross screen, pick the picker action, perimeter DHO, and tight DHO. And then we're going to try to let them get up and down a little bit.
So Lamar,
Implementing what you're going to be doing this season, how important is it to get an idea of who's going to be on this team as soon as possible and a resolution of whatever's happening?
But, I mean, anytime that, first of all, change can happen at any time. And, I said this before, that's part of the reason why I get paid is to make sure that I'm able to help lead this team through the different adjustments that it may have to make. But obviously, anytime that changes are made, you hope that, that they're made sooner than later so that you can get the necessary practice time in with whatever you're going to end up having. Having said that, even though you think that you may be set with the team that you have, it could still change at any time. So I'm coaching the team that we have out on the floor right here and now, and we'll just kind of go from there once this, if there is another change that happens.